Hey everyone, welcome back to another recap podcast from SNXweave, where we give quick weekly recaps of news and important updates from the previous week from the Spartan Council and core contributors, as well as discuss what the Grants Council and ambassadors are up to, so let's get started. Since auditors are currently focused on V3 work, the debt migration release will likely be pushed to mid-January. Mark will also be representing the debt migration SIP sometime soon. But in exciting news, Perps V2 is up. SNXweave said they were able to test the upgradability since the second release was an upgrade of the old testnet release. And since everything has been running smoothly on testnet, they were able to put it up on mainnet this week. On the V3 side, Noah said they've been in touch with the auditors and everything is moving smoothly. 3 firms are currently working on audits, and they're all currently in the security review phase, which means the code is frozen. Ali added that one of the firms is likely to focus on the tooling portion of the audit, while the other 2 focus on the products built on top of that. No additional feature can be added or deployed until this phase of the audit is complete, but the CCs are working on markets in parallel, so everything is still on schedule. There were also several SIP and SCCP presentations last week, so let's briefly review them. The first was SIP 294, to redirect inflation from Curve SUSD pool rewards to Curve synth incentives. This SIP, presented by Matt, proposes increasing the 6,000 SNX inflation emission entry to 10,000 SNX per week. This will incentivize SETH, SBTC, and SUSD curve pools to promote atomic swap adoption, with the goal of boosting capital efficiency by 30 to 40%. It also allows the Treasury Council to work on L1 synth liquidity to support atomic swaps. Adam suggested that the language reflects specifically that the funds would be used for synth liquidity. And Caleb brought up that the problem is the synth liquidity, not the non-synth liquidity, which is what allocating SNX would improve. The next presentation was SCCP 252 for the LUSD unwrap. This SCCP proposes the following plan be implemented. Lower the burn fee rate from 5% to 0, burn SUSD funded by the Treasury Council to release the LUSD, increase the burn fee rate back to the previous levels, and lower the max token amount to 0. Caleb explained that the unwrap was done discreetly to prevent stakers from losing value to any peg issues as a result of the announcement to unwind the wrapper. This SCCP was voted on and approved with 8 votes in favor. The next presentation was SCCP 253 to update ETH wrapper parameters. This was proposed by Caleb to lower the max token amount and burn fee rate on the ETH wrapper, but he has withdrawn this SCCP because it may require parameter changes between now and V3. The next presentation was SIP 293 to deprecate low-volume synths. This SIP proposes deprecating SAVE, SLink, SDOT, SADA, SMATIC, SUNI, SAVAX, and SSOL. Given the low volume generated by these synths, as well as the large attack surface, these synths are recommended to be deprecated. Once deprecated, users would be able to redeem their synths for SUSD, the way the SDFi synth was deprecated. This SIP was voted on and approved with all 8 votes in favor. The last presentation was SIP 292 for a fixed Forex integration. This SIP was presented by Caleb on behalf of the fixed Forex team and proposes adding fixed Forex contracts to the direct integration manager. This lays out 2 integrations, convex farming use case and Forex trading use case. As we know, SIP 267 for direct integration mandates a new SIP for each new direct integration. So this SIP proposes allowing the fixed Forex contracts to trade at the overridden parameters. Adam voiced strong support for this SIP. SNXweave also voiced support for this SIP, but asked for some time to pull liquidity data for the Spartan Council to review and determine whether it would be a worthwhile integration. In ambassador updates, the team has 2 Spartan Spaces scheduled this week. The first with Rango Exchange today at 6 p.m. UTC, and the second with DYDX and Optimism at 2:30 UTC on Thursday, so don't forget to tune in. Last week, during their weekly sync, the ambassadors also discussed future Spartan Spaces, governance updates, and updates on external project integrations and co-marketing. Their curve proposal fully passed for the new BTC base pool, and reduced fees from 4 basis points to 2 basis points. They also did some voting in Euler and Gearbox this week, and are now able to vote with their original Gnosis wallet. which they also used to vote in favor of the latest OP proposals. Master Mojo and Millie were also nominated to be one of the Optimism bag holders. As far as external protocol updates go, the team has been in contact with the following protocols over the last week: Illuvium, Firebird Finance, Angle Money, and Beefy Finance. And that's it for today's updates. Be sure to check out our weekly recap blog post, share this podcast link, and let us know what you think and what you'd like to hear more about from SNXweave. Thanks for listening.